Hello, y'all. It's 3:01 p.m. I just woke up. I think it was about 2:40. I think I fell asleep or went to bed at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock. So I didn't even realize I just cleared my throat just now from the mucus in my throat. So I don't know why. It's like that's one thing that when you're dealing with fake TI perks that want to gang up on you and bully you, when I'm innocent. I'm innocent. And they gang up on me and bully me and falsely accuse me of being a perp and falsely accuse me of being mentally ill. So I woke up with the notice that that Paul guy did a video about me or whatever, you know. But then it's like a targeted journey. Now she calls herself the targeted journey. She must have flipped because real targeted individuals don't call each other mentally ill. I say this all the time because calling people mentally ill is a way to discredit a real target. Excuse me. You know, so I mean, Paul, it seems like as if he just wanted to falsely accuse me of being a perp because I think he had premeditated hatred towards me or premeditated dislike for me. And, you know, when I did my video explanation, I think he only cared about the title and didn't care to see anything else. But, you know, I blocked all contact with him. I blocked him on TikTok that I can't delete, and then I and even though I deleted that app off my phone, I blocked him on Twitter and I blocked him on all my active YouTube accounts. He ain't got to worry about me no more. But if you don't like somebody, just say so. But I said I showed picture screenshots of his hypocrisy. Well, he has worn red, a lot of red and a lot of blue. And black too. So, as I said, if you don't like me, just say so. But don't be lying on me and trying to manipulate and convince people that I'm a perp. And I don't perp anybody. I'm not initiated. You're kicking me down harder when I'm already down. When he mentioned me in a video, his recent video, I thought I would have some hope or some faith that he would have humbled himself and did an apology video. But he falsely makes a stand that I'm a perp that's stalking, following, and harassing and doing stuff to him. When I don't even bother nobody. But I won't even watch your videos no more. I blocked you so that I won't have to see anything from you anymore. But, I mean, I always said that a targeted journey, now she calls herself the targeted journey. She should call herself perp journey because you're not even targeted. And a lot of the time she would sit in her car or a hotel room and making like she's speaking against the Freemasons. But I haven't, no, I mean, like, it was back in 2021, I think it was, when Q the Realm made slander videos about me. And it's like, I don't even know Q the Realm. But she was stalking my videos, and it was a man in the background guiding her on what lies to mention about me. And she was smirking and thinking the shit was funny. And so Q the Realm tried to justify why so-called TIs don't always show their proof. But I got proof that I'm targeted, but I guess it's done in vain or doing no good. But I mean, the so-called TI community is like the high school playground full of people that's bullying other people, or it's like workplace mobbing or a dysfunctional family. But I mean, some people would tell me, Candy, just pray about all this. But I mean, as I said, I could have been triggered and be like, Paul, you wearing red. You wearing a whole red hoodie. And I got proof of a couple of screenshots of you wearing red and proof of you wearing blue in your videos. So how can you hypocritically think you got the authority to castigate or punish me when it's it's barely any red, not even that much. As I said, I didn't. He probably don't even care to come and watch this or my explanations, but I didn't even want this. And the gang stalkers, they're probably fucking laughing. They're laughing. They're laughing at, people falsely accusing me of being a perp. And so I mean, and a targeted journey, like I saw her and Cynthia Burns. They were fooled and deceived. They were deceived and fooled by Q the Realm when she lied on me and said I'm a scammer. And then they're like, oh, so it is true. Oh, I didn't even know. Like as if they believe her lying on me. And she was smirking in her videos thinking that shit is funny. I'm talking about Q the Realm. But a targeted journey back in 2021, I was homeless or whatever. And she donated me about $30 about twice. And I never really had an issue with a targeted journey. And we weren't really close or anything like that. But I remember she had a feud with Anthony. And they were both calling each other perp. But I had my own experiences with Anthony. So, now I have my final confirmation. That was an intentional dead giveaway. Like, both Anthony and a targeted journey, they both have, a targeted journey. She just said it like less than a half hour ago. Falsely accused me of having pre-existing mental illness before targeting. But you don't even know me. You don't even know about my life or my history or anything like that. But I mean, I really think that, Paul got mad at me for calling him a narcissistic abuser and stuff like that. Well, you are. You're falsely accusing me of being a perp when, how would you like somebody devouring and attack you for all those red hoodies you be wearing in your videos? So it's like, as I said, the gang stalkers think they're having the last laugh. They think they're having the last laugh. I'm sitting here, as I said, I'm coughing and clearing my throat because of mucus and because I'm sick, and I also suffer Tourette's. And they hitting me with doggone weapons. Like, they vibrated me all night last night. They vibrated me all night last night and was blasting loud music. So here I'm about to, I feel the congestion in my heart. Like trying to cough up the doggone irritating mucus. Like last night I brushed my teeth with bentonite clay again, and some of the mucus had came out. But he wanted to strongly manipulate and convince himself to falsely believe that I'm perping him or that I'm a perp and stuff like that. But I could have said, Paul, you a perp because you wearing whole entire red hoodies. You try to justify your hypocrisy by saying red is your favorite color, and you claim to be part of a blood gang, like part of. You call yourself being a gang member or a blood or whatever, saying that red is your favorite color. He acted like he was trying to speak in code with trying to say all that. But I'm pretty slow at, figuring out people trying to say stuff like that. But, I mean, people trying to speak in code or skirt around the bushes or whatever. But, I mean, so, I watch his videos calling myself trying to reach out and be supportive. Like I would try to do anybody who's, supposedly a genuine TI that never did anything to me. But he arrogant, and the reason why I feel like it's narcissistic of him to arrogantly feel like as if he knows that I'm a perp and I can't fool him. In which, that's pretty arrogant and you got your information wrong. But I could have easily said Paul is a perp because he smacks food in not all his videos, but he's freaking smacked food in his videos. Like he was just triggering for me. And like if I got personal triggers, I could have said, well, you're a perp because you do this, or you wearing red. Like, why you wearing red? Okay, you wearing a whole red hoodie. You a perp. So then then he throws up satanic hand signs, make me think, okay, you wearing red and throw up devil horns and 666. And you put your hands in the Masonic pyramid while wearing red or blue or whatever. So I could have easily said, Paul, you a perp, but I kept supporting and watching you. Meaning, like, not all of your videos, but his videos will be like, the first video that pop up on YouTube or a lot of the times on my For You page on TikTok or whatever. And I just I scroll down with, a lot of different targets. So that's what I meant by saying that. I don't stalk or obsessed with him or nothing like that. No, but I haven't even watched all of his videos. But I watched some of his videos, calling myself supporting him as somebody who I thought was a fellow genuine TI. But you think that I deserve to be punished with no support and you lying and manipulating and turning everybody against me, turning more so-called TIs against me, the few I had left. The little bit of support that I had left. And see, they making my nose itch. Because when I'm not on video, they don't even be making my nose itch like that. But I'm letting y'all know what's happening to me. And all y'all tell me is ignore it. If Paul falsely accused me of being a perp, I think he was just looking for something. Because he already had premeditated hatred towards me. Or premeditated dislike. But yeah, I mean, if a Targeted Journey and Anthony, that called himself Targeted Tony, they both have falsely called me mentally ill. Anthony tried to say that I had mental and behavioral issues that are congenital in nature. Meaning, she was born crazy. That's another way of trying to say she was, a fake intelligent way of trying to say she was born crazy. And now, a Targeted Journey, she's an instigator. So I remember Anthony and the Targeted Journey, they were both feuding at one point. And it seemed like they were perping each other. But I don't even try to perp somebody for revenge. I'll cuss you out or call you out your name, but I'm not going to sit there and perp for revenge. So, I mean, I've watched like K Angel or Johnny C, Legendary, quite a few others on TikTok. And I thought we were all supposedly like a team supporting each other. That Sam person that called herself 5417 in all letters spelled out, she got hateful and blocked me. But she was added everybody, kept everybody else. But it's like, what did I do to her? I watched the Sam person, I watched her videos, and that Misa person, the few videos she had out, I watched her videos. So, that Simpson person, quite a few, and that P. Dean person, that Philip Dean or whatever his name is, you know. But as I said, I try to stay in my own lane. And especially on YouTube, I be trying to avoid feuding with or arguing with other targeted individuals or people, whether they real or fake. But a targeted journey, I already know she's one of the popular fakes. The only illusion of so-called gang stalking proof she had, in which I think that was a stage street theater, is her trying to ask a man if he was a Freemason, and he said yeah. But I think that was a street theater skit. But I'm sitting here suffering. I'm sitting here suffering and isolated. People already hate me. And they would feel like with my suffering, I deserve to be punished. Oh, you deserve to be punished because you're a perp. Or you deserve to be punished because this, because that. I mean, as I said, Paul saw my gang stalking evidence and, falsely accused me of being a gang stalker and has got his mind made up and nobody could change it. But, Paul, you ain't got to worry about me no more. A targeted journey, you ain't got to worry about me no more. And none of y'all ain't got to worry about me no more. But I know what I am, and I know where I stand. I don't perp anybody. I try to stay to myself. But now everybody on TikTok are compromising and becoming perps, taking deals, becoming fake. Everybody's starting to talk about shut up and ignore. They got people who be throwing up satanic hand signs. They got people who wear red dresses and put it in their profile picture and call themselves targeted. But you're attacking and jumping on me for barely any red or hardly any red. But as I said, the perps are sitting there laughing. And guess who else? 144 Michaela, and Uniquely Made Warrior Monique. They even falsely called me mentally ill or said I'm schizophrenic or need medication or whatever. When the psychiatric system is being weaponized against targeted individuals. But if you're a real TI, you would be called mentally ill also. But it's a perp thing to do to call somebody mentally ill. It's like, how are you going to falsely accuse me of being a perp and call me crazy? And then the online gang stalkers will start defending and agreeing with Paul. And then he probably going to start agreeing with their agreeing with their comments and pressing like button and saying facts. And it's like, well, you falsely accused me of being a perp, but you're defending and agreeing with people calling me, the sex traffickers calling me mentally ill. But as I say, y'all just looking for excuses to hate me. And making like I should be unaccepted and unwanted. As I say, I'm deeply hurt, and I don't even know if it's people, gang stalkers who hate me that's performing some heavy witchcraft. So people like Paul can be like, good, I'm glad Candy's dead because she was a perp anyway. Which is not true. I'm not even a perp. But as I said, I'm already going through something and I'm deeply hurt. And that's when people feel like, oh, Candy's a perp because she got a job, or which I don't have a job now, or she's a perp, or she must have sold out because she got a place to live now. She got off the street, so she took a deal, which is not true. I found a place where my Social Security can afford, to pay to stay here without needing 3.5 times the rent. Is all bills paid. But in such a small town, I'm gang stalked really heavy. I've been gang stalked very heavy. I mean, in the middle of the night, you know, I ate another muffin and some more cookies and some doggone popcorn, you know, stressing. And I'm like, I got to be careful. But as I said, I don't even think I get an apology from Paul or any of them. But, you know, I know that I'm innocent and being falsely accused, but I really think he's using projection. Because you throw up satanic hand signs, you're a deceiver. And you're probably playing both sides. And it's like the gang stalkers would try to be messy and cause division. They would try to be messy and cause division. And, you know, they would try to be messy and cause division. And you know, because they would probably act like as if they like Paul better than me. But if me and Paul, we're both going through the same thing with being heavily targeted and sabotage and everything. But it didn't even cross my mind to say, Paul, you a perp. But I could have easily said so. See, they're making my nose itch again. And the gang stalkers themselves are falsely smear campaigning me to the TI community and bragging and laughing. They're smear campaigning me as a perp. Lying on me and smear campaigning me as a perp. But it's like I'm sitting here just talking to the air because nobody's freaking listening to me. Nobody values, like nothing I say is of any value. And people think my suffering and torture and torment is just funny. It's funny to them. They're sitting there kicking back and laughing. But, I mean, a targeted journey, you intentionally and willfully gave yourself away as a perp by saying I had mental illness to discredit me. You've seen my targeting videos. And she even went on my twin, back in 2021, she even went on my twin sister's page and said something, defending my twin sister and said something about me too. So, but nobody wants, it's like nobody freaking believes me. As I said, I'm not even trying to be of drama. I'm not even trying to be of doom and gloom. It's like, Paul, you came and started with me first. Because back in 2021, somebody had accused somebody of being a perp for wearing red in their videos. But a lot of targeted individuals do wear red, but they call people out. It's like you act like you think that you got the authority to be the only one on the face of this earth who's allowed to wear the color red. Yeah, gang stalkers have said that about me too. And Paul kept lying and saying, well, I'm going to stop wearing. He said he was going to stop wearing red in his videos, but he continues to wear red in his videos. But they got some targeted individuals who are triggered by the color blue. Sometimes the gang stalkers were using a lot of red. And then they would use, and like I'm showing footage and y'all still don't believe me. I show footage of my gang stalking evidence of stuff happening to me, and y'all, what y'all tell me? Ignore! But, you know, Paul, he doesn't even have to watch this video. But, I mean, you know, and he addressed, like, last night he addressed me as son, and I'm a female. And then, in his video earlier today, he addressed me as girl, not woman, but girl. I'm about to be 40 years old. Next month, I'm about to be, he didn't say this woman, but he said this girl. Like, no respect at all. None. But as I said, and then he tried to demonstrate how people supposedly call for clear their throat that are gang stalkers. But as I said, well, y'all can't tell the difference between somebody coughing or clearing their throat to be a perp, or coughing or clearing their throat because they're sick. I mean, if you don't have any mucus at all in your throat, and you just have a fake, over-exaggerated cough, especially if they wait until you walk near them and clear their throat or cough on you on purpose, and then try to pretend to make it look like it's natural. But why wait until I walk by? That's like when I'm walking and they would have a perps on standby. They wait till I walk near to turn on the weed eaters or the leaf blowers to for the noise campaign and noise harassment or something like that. And then the gang stalkers who do that, like when I was living in Los Angeles or wherever I would live, they would deliberately and on purpose, they don't care where they blow. And they would love to blow all the dirt and debris on the target. I mean, I've had my experiences with gang stalkers with arm hanging out the window, their dog's head hanging out the window, the children's head hanging out the window, people on their feet hanging out the window, arm raised up, arm hanging out the window, elbow out the window, or elbow up against the window, or their arm up against the window like this, and tinted windows, one head. Like, I get a lot of the same tactics that Paul gets. But I hope that one day he would come back around and apologize, because I'm already suffering. And you try to justify, well, this is the reason why Candy deserves no sympathy, or this is why she deserved to be punished. What you're doing is straight up bullying, Paul. Straight up bullying me. In a targeted journey also, you sit there and mock and laugh. I mean, I never once saw a video of her being in distress or frustrated, or I never saw any one headlight videos in her video. I mean, her demonstrate. She would be just in her car talking, or she would be in her car talking, or she would be in like when I very first saw her, she was in a hotel. She was in a hotel. But I'm blacklisted, can't get a job. I mean, as I said, both A Targeted Journey and Paul, both of them have seen my gang stalking videos of my suffering, what I'm going through. So, I mean, people just got premeditated intent to be against me. And then people say, you're not a TI, or you're not targeted, or you're not chosen. And I'm considered a fellow black sister. But yeah, I mean, y'all just want to erase the humanity of me. And everybody trying to erase my existence. If gang stalkers are manipulating for infiltrating, and, I've been feeling like A Targeted Journey. I've been feeling like she was a perp. But I'm not allowed to call nobody a perp, but people can falsely accuse me of being a perp all day long. So, I mean, as I said, the perps are kicking, the sex traffickers, they're kicking back laughing. I got very little support in the so-called TI community. But Paul, you don't even believe it. You say you don't believe in the Bible or Jesus, and you mock and laugh at somebody. Like, somebody commented on my videos and said, turn to Jesus or something like. I don't remember what that person said, but shortly before that other TikTok got wiped out. And Paul laughed at that person's comment. Paul specifically said in a recent video that he believes in God, but he doesn't believe in the Bible or Jesus. But I used to be atheist because the foster mom brainwashed us in the cult, and I was trying to figure out how to break away from the IDMR. But then it took some research and a targeted journey, to find out that there is a such thing as the true one big God, and Jesus Christ is God manifested in the flesh. So, I got mucus in the back of my throat right now. Trying to drink some water. But as I said, I don't even be trying to bother nobody. I try to stay in my own lane and try to stay away from so-called drama. I don't even try to comment really on other so-called targeted individual videos anymore, because they respond to everybody else but ignore me. I wished Paul a happy birthday recently, and he ignored me. He ignored my comment. I seldom even really comment that much. And I was watching more targeted videos on TikTok, but not really YouTube. But they got so many fakes and agents on YouTube. Hold up. So here a targeted journey is younger than me and addressed me as girl, saying, "Girl, don't come for me." It's she didn't say pretty clear. It's plenty clear that you're hold up, because I can't see the whole message. But she's sitting there. Now you started with me, and now I defend myself, and you're saying don't come for me. But she's one of the popular fakes on YouTube, though, because she wants to try to have, be a lesbian stud with hood mentality or thug gangster mentality or whatever. Trying to be cool or cool, hip, and gangster. All masculine and everything. As I said, my hair is short because I was homeless and my hair was ruined, and I'm trying to let my hair grow back. You try to be hood and gangster. Talking about some girl, don't come for me. Like, disrespectful. I'm about to be 40 years old. I know that a targeted journey, she look like she's still in her 20s. Don't disrespect me. I'm provoked for no reason. You sit there and call me mentally ill, but you a damn perp. But Paul gonna still be friends with her though. But he arrogantly boasts about how, see, I don't have a mental problem. He said he don't have a mental problem. But they falsely paint all of us targets. As I said, y'all calling me mentally ill. I was abused by the fake foster mom. They put us in psychiatry for bigger bonuses, part of the child trafficking. Excuse me. They put us on medicine for the child trafficking because y'all falsely glorifying my twin sister's mentally normal. She was seeing, I don't know if she still is. There was a point in time she was on over 30 different medications. And she was seeing psychiatrists and taking medicine. And Wyatt and Sean were forced the biological brothers, they were forced to see a psychiatrist and take medicine also. But I wonder why they didn't force Mark to take medicine. Because his skin color is the lightest. And that's how they do with the fake colorism and all that in New Orleans. But the majority of the biological family, I don't think all of, because I never heard of Pete seeing a psychiatrist or taking medicine. But Derek, I think I heard, and the biological mom, Frances, and the biological dad, Arthur. But the biological dad, Arthur, was in the military. But Ramona and them, I think Ramona voluntarily would see a psychiatrist and take medicine. But I broke away from psychiatry and the mental health system a long time ago after I woke up to the truth. Like mental illness and all that is man-made, and like psychiatry and mental health, it is man-made invention. And I did an ebook. You can read it for free if you want to. An ebook exposing my personal experiences with the mental health system, and I broke away. But I mean, people want to call it like a targeted journey is falsely calling me mentally ill because you don't like me. But she's sitting there trying to be instigate and be, and I just got finished saying that she's an instigator. Instigating being messy, which is what perps do. Instigating and being messy. As I said, I haven't even done you anything, and I saw your comment, and then talking about, girl, don't come for me. But she's sitting there, I bet you she's sitting there bullying me, and then bullying, harassing, and laughing at me. But you do not call a fellow targeted individual mentally ill, knowing that the label of mental illness is used to discredit real targeted individuals. And only a fake target that's a perp playing both sides, that's sold out. And y'all can't even recognize the wheat from the tares, the sheep from the goats. You can't even recognize it. My eyes are itching. But the gang stalking network, they want to make sure that other TIs even hate me. Well, Paul, you don't believe in Jesus Christ, I can't connect with you anyway. But if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, then you'll be a perp before I would. But I mean, I don't even know if it was drunk talk or if he was angry earlier that day and just took it out on me. But, as I said, y'all just sitting here picking on and bullying me for nothing. I'm already going through something. But I was even homeless on the street struggling, and y'all still falsely accused me of being mentally ill and a perp. You can't do both. You smear campaigning me as mentally ill and a perp. I grew up with narcissistic abuse. And a targeted journey, she's a messy ass sociopath. As I said, I haven't even, just like what Monique uniquely made, I have not talked to or commented, or we have not commented or talked to each other. It was about 20 months with and then she just started defending and agreeing with my twin sister, and then said that I'm schizophrenic with mental issues and that I need meds. And so then when I found out what she said, and then she did that fake live stream and was deliberately wearing a red shirt. So I got time in the night, Katie Grand Prix. And she was prepared and ready with the red shirt. Prepared and ready. And she was perping me in her video, and other professed targets, they defended and agreed with her, and they didn't even recognize that she was perping the fuck out of me in her videos on purpose. So um, it's like Paul got more influence and likability in the so-called TI community than I do. As I said, people weren't really spreading and sharing my videos like that. When I try to show the video of in which Paul saw that pinned video of the perp in a small pickup truck walking right up on me. And I was wearing a pink, not a red, but pink dress in that video. And, you know, people didn't care. They just wanted me to ignore it, or they ignored me showing that video. But other professed targets, oh, this is the, you know, and it's like the perps are kicking back and laughing at the idea that, yeah, nobody likes candy. Nobody likes candy. Or like I'm the worst person in the world, or I'm a bad person. But they sit there and laugh at my increase, and it's like y'all not even helping me to feel better. Y'all not even trying to be support. Or they make like you don't deserve any support. I'm glad I don't have a job right now, because it would, you know, by me trying to work and deal with this, I might have to quit and dealing with heavy, unwanted, intrusive thoughts. But I mean, any so-called mental dysfunction is from child abuse and being in a cult and growing up with narcissistic abuse. I mean, they said narcissistic abuse rewires the brain and cults rewire the brain. I got out of the cult and broke away from psychiatry and the mental health system and tried to deprogram and heal on my own. But people who be throwing up satanic hand signs in their videos, y'all don't say that they're perps or that they're deceivers. That Misa person has a picture of her, like she put a picture in the background of herself wearing a red dress. And Paul didn't call her a perp. Now, as I said, I think he just already had like a premeditated hatred or jealousy or something towards me, and just decided to just a random moment to start picking on me for nothing when I'm already, and kicking me harder when I'm kicking me down harder when I'm already down. You know, a targeted journey is one of the type of people who bully, harass, and laugh at people and think that shit is funny. As I said, it's a narcissistic thinking to start picking on somebody first, unprovoked. If they start picking on you, and then you defend yourself, and then they try to you know, they try to tell you, don't come at me, but you started first. And I'm older than you. You're younger than me. As I say, I don't even think a targeted journey, I don't even think she's 30 years old. I'm about to be 40. Next month, I will be 40. So, I just discovered I don't have any meat in the, I thought I did have one more bag of meat. I don't have any more meat in the, in my fridge. That exotic meat is gone. Well, I guess I'll have the canned skipjack tuna. Yeah, I mean, as I said, I mean, I need to find some solid, sincere Christian targeted individuals that's not going to be abusive and narcissistic, that will have compassion and an open ear and listen to me. I mean, as I said, I'm not even trying to start trouble or be full of drama or anything like that. But as I said, all these attacks coming from every angle and every direction. I'm not even trying to bother anybody. Well, Paul, if you think I'm a perp, then I'm not wasting my time doing any paperwork and writing to police, Congress, or any of that. I'm not even going to write letters to Congress because they're pushing the New World Order. They're not interested in stopping gang stalking. I guess they're trying to ramp it up and make it worse. And then in these last days, with this being a spiritual warfare, that professed targets are even going up against each other. But then people who are perps, I bet you Paul would defend and agree with them and smile in their face and like support and defend and agree with their comments and be like facts or something like that. But a targeted journey is not a real target, but you're gonna sit there and you sit there and y'all sit there and be buddy or friends. But but if you don't even recognize her as a perp, but you'll still support and let her continue commenting on your page. After she called me mentally ill, if you were a real target, you would disagree with that statement.